reminding me. Okay, so we did the attendance thing. Let me just, I didn't make a slide for this. We are going to have 4 final quizzes. The first one is due by this Friday. I'm pretty sure I made it due by this Friday. I can go check it. It's definitely due this week. And it's on all the stuff we've been doing recently. I thought you've been doing it recently, so it's fresh in your mind, although I think some people it's freshly confusing in their mind. You can take a final quiz on it and just get that one out of the way. And then we're going to go all the way back to atomic structure like protons and neutrons and electrons and all this stuff. And then we'll do what was like chemical formulas and stuff, and then reactions and balancing equations. And that will be all 4. And each one will be about a fourth the fourth of the points of a test, and so they will all add up to like kind of a final assessment, or maybe a little more than a test. I gotta work out I just want people to be able to improve your grade, but like everything else in quarter 4, it can't hurt your grade. Your grade cannot go down from quarter 3, but I will always give you, like, you can retake all these quizzes things. I will give you chances to retake this final quiz. The only difference is you can't retake the same one. I have to give you a new one. Okay. So let me know if there are questions. Oh, wait, I think, yeah, I should be looking at this. So is it timed? Yeah, there are time limits on the questions. Let me know. Like, I tried to go through and look at those. Yeah, the final quiz, it's timed. It's in quizzes. And so each one of the questions has a time limit on it. I hope that those aren't way too fast. Let me know, because then I can adjust it. Because I want people to do well. I just want you to show that you can, that you know how to do these problems. Yes, you can retake the final quiz, but the only difference is you can't keep retaking the same one. So far, I've been giving you a ton of stuff in quizzes, and you can always retake those as many times as you want. But these final quizzes, you can't retake the same one. So I'm giving you a practice quiz and then the final quiz. And I need to go check those. I was just looking at one and it looked like it had stuff about the periodic table and stuff. So I wonder if I put the wrong in there. That would be kind of bad. But I'll go check and I'll make sure that it matches all the stoichiometry stuff. So you can retake the practice quizzes as many times as you want, like normal, and then the final quiz, you can only take it one time, so make sure you're ready for it when you take it. But if you're not happy with your score, just let me know, and I will give you another version, and then you can try it again. And then if you're not happy with your score on that, I'll find a way to get another version. Right now I've only got 2, but yeah, I'll give you more chances. So let me know if there are more questions. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat thing. Okay. So let's go through these problems, and let me know if there's oh, somebody said they were really confused about molar mass. I didn't put one of those in there, but let's insert one. Do you have a preference? I'll just write one in. Does anyone want to start with that? The molar mass stuff? Because I saw a couple of people said they were really confused about molar mass. I don't know. We'll start with these, and I'll make sure I pulled a molar mass one in. Because for some reason, I guess, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that being like a hard thing or something. Let's start this one. I don't see any more questions. Let's see if my pen thing is working. Hopefully it's on drawing. Oh, I don't think it's on drawing. Let's see. Draw. This one. Let's see. Are people asking? Oh, let me see. Whoa. Okay. Now I'm ready to draw. Let me see what you're asking. So if you want to retake a final quiz, we have to tell you, and you're going to. Yes. Take the practice quiz, make sure you feel really confident about that one, because you can retake that one. You can look at the list of questions at the end, the whole deal, right? And then ask me questions about it. I'll even set up a separate time, or I'll answer questions in these things, However, you can get the information you need if you're unclear about anything, and then go take the final quiz. If you're not happy with your score in the final quiz, like I've seen some people have already taken it, so some people might already be unhappy about that, I would still retake the practice quiz because that's also a grade if you're not happy with that score, and then I will give you another version of the final quiz. And if you're still not happy with that one, I'll make another version and I'll give you another version of that. Let's just make sure that you're fixing the confusion in between, because I don't want to give like 5 versions. It's a lot of quiz making. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense now. Awesome. Oh yeah, Felipe, there was an attendance question. What was your favorite breakfast food? So just to try to come up with something different besides favorite elements and stuff. Okay, so if you have 5.9 times 10 to the 18 molecules, I'm going to start going through this stuff. Just let me know if there's something else that you think would be more helpful for me to go through, because it's a review for you. So I'm going to try really hard to limit the retakes on the final quiz to 2 retakes. But just be communicating with me. Like, I really want everybody to get an A on this, because I know all of you can. So if you're really communicating with me and you're still not happy with your score on the final quiz, I will give you a new one. But you have to be communicating with me. You have to be asking me questions and figuring out what's going wrong. Because if you're just like taking it and not being happy with your score and then asking for a new one, I'm gonna ask for you to tell me what you're confused about. So okay, so we have food and awesome. So cool! It's exciting that people are showing up to this. Okay, I wasn't really sure. I don't know. Like maybe this is a better time. Like some people have theirs in the morning. Oh, where'd my pen go? Let's start doing this one. Let me know if you have questions. So we start with our given, right? Like I had it filled in on my other slides. This is the number you're given, molecules, and then you do your conversion factor thing. I should be asking you guys, but it's so weird. You're silent, like typing things. So I'll start going. Let me know, if you have something else you want to review. So we want to end up with moles. That's what we're trying to get. So let's put that on top. And we want to get rid of molecules so we can cancel it out because we don't want that in our answer. So that goes on the bottom. So I don't have the conversion factors written out here, but let me know if you want me to give you review stuff, if you want to just look back at those conversion factors. There's a conversion factor. You just find the one that has the units of moles on top and molecules on the bottom. And you see that the numbers work out this way. There's 1 mole and 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecule. Oh, look, I barely fit it in. And then molecules cancels out. And I don't know if it helps you. If it helps you, you can put this over 1 to make it a fraction, because when you have 2 fractions multiplied, you multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms, and then you do the top divided by the bottom. We can just ignore the ones. 1 times anything is itself. So this turns out to be 5.9 times 10 to the 18th divided by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. You know what? I think I didn't write out these answers. I was like lagging today. So does anybody want the answer right now? Otherwise, I'm just going to go in and write these in at the very end. So let me know if you just desperately need the answer. It'd be good if you calculate these and make sure you get the right answer. But I think once you get it set up, you should be fine. But let me know, right? I'm just kind of guessing. So, in this one, we have 9,800 moles of lithium hydroxide. Notice how it doesn't really matter what it is, like until you're dealing with grams, so you don't even care what it is. But I had to make it chemical, so I put it in. So here's our given. 9,800 moles, and we do our conversion factor thing, make that look a little more like an S, and we're trying, and I would always write in these units first. We want to end up with molecules. This is what we're trying to end up with as our unit. we need to get rid of the unit that we have, moles, so that those cancel out. See, I'm canceling them ahead of time. It feels out of order, but whatever. And then the units, notice how like atoms and molecules are kind of interchangeable when you have moles. This one's 1, and then this is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And you can even think about it like whenever you, in a conversion factor, whenever you have moles in a conversion factor, there's always going to be a 1 with it. Whenever you have molecules, there's always going to, or atoms, it's always going to be 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And then we do that same thing where we multiply fractions. And I will put these, I don't see any comments about the answers. You need the answers right away. I will fill these answers in. Because to make sure that you're going to get the right answers in the final quiz, you could calculate some of these and just make sure you're getting the right answer. Like there are all sorts of weird little things that can go wrong. Like this one, we're just going to multiply 9,800 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Okay, so I've got another one up here, and then we will do molar mass. So if you have 52 molecules, so there's our given. Let's write it in. Oops, I don't want to erase everything. Molecules. And then write in the units. What do we want? We want to end up with atoms, and we want to get rid of molecules. Now, this is not one with a mole. So this is, when you're converting between atoms and molecules, this is molecule specific. Oh, I didn't change this. This is the same molecule I had before. I remember I drew it. How many molecules? Oh, wait, there's a. Oh, Natalie, you're right. You're calculating for me. Which one was that? Was that the last one? I'll write it in. Let me know. Nice. I can have like an official, the last one. Okay, let's go write it. 5, this is beautiful. Then I don't have to calculate it. 5.88 times 10 to the 27th. I'll go check them because I'm paranoid. Every once in a while I mess one of them up. So that is the answer. It disturbs me when my writing doesn't look like what it's supposed to. So thanks, Natalie. That is awesome. Okay, so let's finish this one, and then let's do a molar mass one, and then that should be everything you need to know how to do. So how are we going to figure out how many atoms there are per molecule? This isn't just a set conversion factor. This is specific to CO2. How many atoms of this thing? Does anybody know? We could use the chat box. Someone's going to tell me? I don't know. Okay. Let me tell you, we did this one before. There are 3 atoms in this molecule. In every single CO2, there's 3 atoms, right? There's 1 carbon and there's 2 oxygen. We can add those together and we get 3. Oh, nice. 3, did you mean 3? That's not like a 3.1? That 1 just showed up. Awesome. I'll say that meant 3. Nice. So there are 3 atoms in this. There's 3 atoms per every molecule, per 1 molecule. And what about, let's do like a side one. What about C6H12O6? That's sugar. It's like sucrose. How many atoms per molecule would there be in that one? Anybody? Make you count more. 24. Nice. Yep, there are 24. You just add all these guys, right? Because that tells you how many of each type there are. 6 plus 12 plus 6. And remember, when there isn't a number written there, it's 1. So that's where we did the 1 plus 2. Awesome. And then, so this isn't part of our problem. We'll like separate that out. That was like, by the way. So we have 52 times 3. Oh yeah, nice. I've had 2 24s over there. Beautiful. So this is sugar. That's like a tiny little bit of biochemistry creeping in, because that's kind of a biomolecule. What's 52 times 3? Anyone want to calculate it? We'll start doing molar mass. I'll fill these answers in later. Let's see. How do I get a blank thing? Let's just get rid of, nope. Well, let's just write next to the moles because I'm in present mode, so I guess I can't like add a slide. Um, I think there's like a, well, let me check really quick. I think there's a whiteboard thing here. Annotate more. Cord. Huh. Well, I know there is, but I don't see it. Are you guys Zoom experts yet? Well, let's just write it in. Okay, let's do our sugar thing. Now I'm like a sugar fan. Let's do the molar mass of C6H12O6. How do we find the molar mass of this thing? Do it near our little moles. In the quiz. Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking that. So, if the timer's too fast for the final quiz, I should slow it down. Because, yeah, if you have to do the calculations, do people have a preference? Let me know here. Do you have a preference? I could just slow down the timer on quizzes. Would you prefer that? Or would you rather do a Google form? Because I can do either one. Sorry. I think I didn't check those carefully enough. So I definitely need to give you more time. What do you prefer? Because I can do either one. I can make it a lot slower. Like, do you need like 4 times more time or something? Or would you rather just have the Google quiz? Because yeah, those time limits. I think I Google form. Oh, okay. Yeah, so let me put it in a Google form. I'll make a new one. It sounds like a lot of people are going to need a new one. So we'll have 2 practice ones and then I'll make one in Google Forms. Okay, good. Yeah, just keep letting me know. Like if stuff is crazy, like I'm trying to use all these tools and I think they're really good, but if I do something wacky like give you like a fraction of the time you need to do a calculation, then let me know because I don't want it to, yeah, it shouldn't be a huge speed thing like that. I didn't intend it to be that. So let's find the molar mass. Oh, good. I've got more votes for Google Form. Okay, that's good to know. Nice. I can make things better. Okay, so you're green. Do I need anything else? Slowing the time. Maybe I could slow it down on the practice quiz. And yeah, it sounds like a lot of people want a Google form, so I will do that. I was kind of playing around with the Google form and I thought, no, you're used to quizzes, so then I put it in that. I actually started doing it that way. Okay, so the molar mass, we just get these off the periodic table. Wonder if we should, oh, let's do a little thing. So here's like one of the boxes of the elements on the periodic table. Like carbon, it has a number on the top, which is 6 for carbon, and then it has one down here, which is 12.01 or something like that. Don't quote me on this. I guess I'm recording it, so I'm kind of already am. But like, yeah, there's like a 12-ish number down here and with decimals, and there's a 6 up here for carbon. And they're all in this format, right? Like every element has a box and helium has different numbers. There's like a 4, oops, a 2 and a 4. That was pretty ugly, sorry. Okay, so you just have to go get the right numbers off of the periodic table. These are the mass. These guys are molar masses. And that one too. So you need to get the bottom number off of the periodic table, and you have to multiply it if there's more than one. So there are 6 carbons here. So we need our molar mass is equal to, we have to do 6 times the mass for carbon, 6 times 12.01. And then we've got 12 hydrogen, so we need 12 times the molar mass of hydrogen, which is 1. It's like 1.001 or something, but I'm just going to call it 1. I think this is close enough. Sorry if I'm like cheating on the molar mass for carbon. And oxygen, there's 6 of those. And so the molar mass of oxygen is 16. It's like 15.9999. So I'm rounding it up to 16. And you can round these things, right? You could just make this one 12. So we've got the number of carbons, we'll call this number, times the mass. And here's the number of hydrogens, and here's its mass. And here's the number of oxygens and its mass. Maybe I'll write in, oh, it's not going to fit. We'll write on the mole. Mass of H and mass of C. So you could almost see that. And then, again, I'm calculator challenged. I'll go and calculate all these things and write in the answers just so you can see the answer if you want to see it. Since we've got the calculation, we might as well have answers. Okay. So those are the problems that are going to show up. It sounds like a lot of you just need enough time to be able to do them. Sorry, but I'm going to go look at it. It's going to be 30 seconds. I'm going to feel really bad. Maybe I didn't check them carefully enough. So are there any other questions? Is there anything else you need? Was there anything that was unclear in the practice test? Let me know. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I was going to do. Is there? Oh, yeah. So since I said this was just review and it was optional, I'm going to put an exit ticket with just a couple questions in it, and it will be extra credit. And I haven't even made it. I'm going to go through it together. It's just going to be 2 questions, so it'll be fast. I will put that in Google Classroom. It will be extra credit. So, it's just kind of up to you. So we're going to be doing this with the practice quiz and the online class doing review problems or review stuff. And then I'll make the exit tickets for the classes extra credit. And then I'm also going to put more extra credit in just for you to like survey acids and bases and stuff that we're not going to get to, which will just be totally optional. But if you want to do it and do extra credit, I think it's kind of cool. So, all right, that's it. Thank you for coming. Rounding. Oh, that's a good point. I like you to round to the nearest hundredth. So yeah, when you do your calculations, I like you to leave 2 things after the decimal point. I'm not going to get really picky about that. Like I'm not going to make you decide between 2 answers where the like this 12.01 and 12.00. Like that's just too silly. So if you do it if you want to round to the 10th, you're still going to be fine. But that's a good point. So, all right. Have a great night. Thanks for coming.